Do you know what Gwaan, where you can get news about the Jamaican culture and just learn about how Jamaicans are doing, as I said, yard and abroad.
You get to learn a new Jamaican patois word or even a Jamaican phrase.
I look forward to the patois word of the day.
The patois word is pasa pasa.
Word today is taco ram.
Our word of the day is duffy.
Twang. No little twang. Not true.
I enjoy tuning in to What a Gwaan.
It happens every Friday at 7 p.m. So check them out. And bye from Toronto.
Dodds, Québec et la Jamaïque. Écoute What a Gwaan. Yes, I. What a Gwaan.
I am a big fan of What a Gwaan.
Relevant and entertaining, so keep up the good work.
Watch What a Gwaan.
Big up yourself. What a Gwaan.
What a Gwaan. Yes, I. What a Gwaan.
Watch What a Gwaan.
Always say I'm going to walk one in a yard. Check it out. 7 p.m. every Friday. Hello, everybody. Wagwan with people. I wanna do. It's your girl from Bongo Town, tuning in for another week of What a Gwaan National. Today, I'm coming to you live from none other than London. So, welcome back to What a Gwaan for another week. You know how we do this every week? It's time for you to start calling the people to let them know that What a Gwaan National is on. So send a text, shout out through the window, shout out through the back door, whatever you choose to do, but just let everybody know that What a Gwaan is back. Today, we just want to give another special welcome to those listening to What a Gwaan National on Fresh FM Radio London. What a Gwaan is also now available as a podcast, on Podbeam, Google, Amazon, iHeart, and Player FM, and other major podcasting platforms. To connect with us on all of these things, just go to the website at www.whatagwaan.ca. It's March, the best month in the year, and in this month, we continue to celebrate our women. March 8th was International Women's Day, and we celebrated it big time. So we will continue to do that. So we just want to big up all our women for what they do. Today, we will continue to focus on our women, and in a few minutes, you'll hear some interesting ideas and tips from Maxine Willocks, especially from women on how to age gracefully. Don't we all want to know how to age gracefully? So stay tuned for some good reasoning. And guess what? As I said, March is the best time in the year, and today is my birthday. Well, it's today for me because remember, I'm in London, darling. So happy birthday to me. We know we want to go to my next favorite part of the show. Before we go any further, it's Patois time. This is the time where we share a word or a phrase from my beautiful island home, none other than Jamaica, right? So today, the word is bringle. And we have to keep the thing going and make it interactive and lively. And in order to do that, remember, you have to comment, and you comment with the meaning of the word and use it in a sentence. So an example, the pitney are going to make me get bringle today, When somebody said that, what does that mean? So what does bringle mean? So remember to write the definition, use it in a sentence. Let's keep the conversation going and make the thing lively, because guess what? It's my birthday and you don't want to make me bringle today, right? So use it in a sentence and let's keep it going. Last week was a very good show. I had to duck out, but I re-listened to the show. And last week we focused on Windrush 75. It's a celebration of the journey of the UK and the contribution of many Jamaicans to that land. And we spoke to none other than Mrs. Marilyn Tupper. She took us back to an interesting time and some challenging experiences for Jamaicans and other Black people in the UK. We looked at the many different challenges that they face. We look at some of the victories because there were many victories, and people like Mrs. Tapper, who remain proud of what they contributed to the history of England. We love it when you engage with us. And by doing that, when you send us comments and you give us feedback. So keep them coming. So you can do this by tuning into our different social media platforms. So that's on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, on the internet, and also on LinkedIn. So if you missed the last week episode, because remember I just said it was a really good one, so you can check out the replay of What a Gwaan on the YouTube channel or on the Facebook page. All those links, you'll find them available on the website at www.whatagwan.ca. And if you're a new listener and you're not familiar with the Jamaican spelling, remember Gwaan is 2A. So that's WHATAGWAAN.ca. All right, let us now share some things that is happening in Canada. So in Toronto, the JCA's Women Committee presents the 23rd Annual Women Who Inspire Change Lunch and Awards on Sunday, March 12th. The event is at the JCA Center, 995 Arrow Road, Toronto, and that starts at 1 p.m. Dr. Odessa Thornhill will give the keynote for the event, which will be hosted by Sandra Whiting. There will be a live performance by Mel C. Tickets are $50 per person. So visit jcaontario.org for tickets and more information. And in Calgary, my spot, the Jamaican Canadian Association of Alberta, my association, is hosting a karaoke night on March 18th at the JCA building that's located at 611 3208 8th Avenue Northeast. The action starts at 6 p.m. sharp. Refreshments will be on sale. Bring cash so you can buy out the bar. Well, yeah, buy out the bar. All are welcome. Bring a friend, a friend, as much people as you can. And now, just a little bit of news from Yard. Teachers again reject the wage offer that was offered to them by the government. So delegates of the Jamaican Teachers Association, JTA, this week voted to reject the latest wage offer from the government. Delegates voted on Wednesday at a meeting held at the Michael University College in St. Andrew. A total of 578 ballots were issued, with 574 delegates voting. 346 voted to reject, 227 to accept, 1 ballot was rejected, and 4 ballots were counted as being spoiled. The Jamaican Association of Montreal is hiring a coordinator for their Footstep program. That role creates and offers activities for children online and in person. The perfect candidate should have studied and have experience in social work and daycare setting. Call Diane at 438-390-7763 for more information. I'm back for you, and my next favorite part of the show is to Time to Reason. And that part of the show is hosted by none other than former president of the JCA Alberta, none other than the big man himself, Donovan Simon. It's now time for us to all reason.
Listen, this has been a great discussion. David, thanks for taking the time. All right.
What's up, Nicole? Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You finally reached 30.
Yes?
You finally reached 30.
Oh, finally. It has been eluding me for so long. And I'm sure Maxine will tell me if I can reverse, if I can go back
So why you
and
want
be
to reverse
29
yourself?
again.
Oh, you want to go back to 29? Oh,
Yes.
I don't know. I thought an even number was a new thing, but clearly not.
No, man. I want to go back. I reverse me there.
Well, enjoy the birthday and enjoy the vacation. And I will specifically ask Maxine a few questions that will be just for you.
Oh, and I'll be listening.
All right, we'll go back.
Yeah, man. All right, cool.
Hello, folks. Welcome to another Time to Reason here on Gwaan. Let me make some changes because this one is giving us a hard time. And it's always a pleasure having you with us. It's International Women's Month. On Wednesday, we celebrated, or on the 8th, we celebrated International Women's Day. So big up to all the women for what you do and what you contribute. And today we continue our discussion with an amazing woman, Maxine Willocks, out of St. Elizabeth, Jamaica. That's where her roots are. She's the owner of Omax 3M. You'll hear about that a little bit. She's a wellness mentor. I know her from being a chef and a restaurant operator here in Alberta. She comes to us with a strong sense of community and a passionate for giving back. In fact, when they had the big fire, the beast up in Fort McMurray back in, I think it was 2016, she's known for having provided meals for many of the first responders, the Red Cross, and the essential services. So I tell you, she comes to us with heart, but a lot of ideas as well. It's my pleasure to invite Maxine to join me here on A Time to Reason on Gwaan. Maxine, how's it going?
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm so happy to be here. And because I knew that the vibes would be like ton up, I actually wrote a little dub poem that if you would allow me to, just flow with it, I would appreciate that.
Yeah, run the thing.
So y'all know Jamaicans are crazy, right? So in the spirit of Miss Lou, here we go. I have to get into character. All right. Jamaica nice. You would think the national dish was jerk chicken and rice. We traded rum for salt fish, and that is why it's our national dish. Me prefer Helsha fried fish. But when she tell me the price, me ball, Jesus Christ. So that's my dub little poetry for you, Don.
Well, listen, creativity from all angles. Listen, we celebrate women this month, and I thought it would be great to discuss this whole topic of aging and aging gracefully. I know you do a number of things, so maybe let's jump into it. And where I want to start off first, and this is just what this one is for me, and then we'll get to the one for Nicole. Anti-aging. There's a whole industry around anti-aging, but there's an industry around wellness. What's your take, and why has it become such a thing?
My take is pro-aging, and I see a lot of women that also have a similar mindset. I don't know if anyone can resonate with that. If you see more women embracing their natural hair color, maybe you are on TikTok or Facebook and you see women and men in the later stages of their life just creating, moving their bodies. So yes, we live in a society that is obsessed with youth, but there's also a movement to be grateful, to be thankful for aging, because it is a gift.
All right. I like that. It is a gift. So let's talk about managing it, though, because many of the things you talk about speak to that. So what are some of the things that people need to do to manage this process?
Understand that age is just a part of living. We're born, we grow, we age, and then we transit. You're not able to change that. So once you embrace it, you're not fighting it, you're not resisting it. Flow with it. There are certain things that come with age, physical changes, right? Some people are afraid of dying. Some people are afraid of losing their independence. Well, if we know that those are things that can happen, let's be proactive instead of reactive. Move your bodies. As we age, our dietary needs change. Build a community, be around loved ones. And because, at this stage, our children are no longer with us, it's a time to celebrate you and create. We're here to create. And once you're creating, once you're doing things that you love, age is just a byproduct. It is no longer the thing.
Yeah.
Creativity.
So age becomes just a number. This one is for Nicole. When do you start that process? Some of these considerations.
Well, I'll speak to myself. I mean, I was dyeing my hair like crazy into my early 50s. And then there came a point where I did not want the color of my hair to define me or place a value on me. There comes a time where you just have to stop with the foolishness. You have to realize what's important to you. And at this stage, what do you want to do with your time? And if going to the hair salon every week and spending 2 or 3 hours and hundreds of dollars, then so be it. Do it. But your hair does not define you. Find a way to work it. Find a way to rock it. Redefine yourself.
Yeah. And part of the rocking it, I think, includes movement. I know that's a big thing for you. Talk a little bit and help those watching to understand your perspective on movement and how that's important as part of aging gracefully for women.
Absolutely. They say if you don't move it, you lose it. And that is so true. The body becomes less forgiving the older we get. So daily movements, whether it's just walking, and you can be in your home walking, going back and forth, doing chores, standing, moving your body, stretching. Find ways to be creative and move your body. They say that if you walk 15 minutes, just 15 minutes a day, you expand your lifespan by a certain amount of years. Walk to the coffee shop at lunchtime, put your runners on, walk around the block, just be creative. We have to be creative. And now many people are at home, right? So when you're at home, I believe that it's more important to build discipline and structure, because if you don't, before you know it, you're at home. You're not maybe getting dressed up. You're not showering because you're not engaging with people. These are all things that are part of your self-care. They may seem small, but these little things that you're doing to yourself to look better and to feel better, they add up. And they when you take care of yourself and you're pouring into yourself, you know what, you're filling up your cup.
Yeah. And you mentioned a term that I know you focus on from time to time, self-care. How important is that in aging gracefully?
Whoa. Self-care is everything. I define self-care as doing the things to give you joy in a healthy way. Cooking a nice meal. I know that, you know, when your family unit is small, maybe you're single, it's hard to prepare meals for one person. But I use this analogy all the time. Think of yourself as a little child, because at the end of the day, we're all little boys and girls. What are the things that you would do for a child? You would bathe them. You would make them their favorite meal. You would tuck them in at night. You would give them comfort. And once you do that to a child, you see how the child flourishes. Well, you have that inner child within you. And just by doing those little things, you feel nurtured, you feel supported. And when you have those feelings, you're creating your own joy, your own happiness, and you are less likely to rely on external happiness, external validation, because now you're filling up your own cup.
And talk about filling up your own cup. Is the process influenced by culture? So, you know, Black people culture versus white people culture, Jamaican culture versus Canadian culture. How do you see this playing out for women as they age?
Don, that's a very good question, because you can get lost in all of the mix. I would say as we age, you really have to sit with yourself and find out what is important to you. And as you do that, one of the most dynamic things is finding a good tribe, finding a good set of people that share your values, because your tribe is your vibe, and you need people that are going to keep you accountable to your dreams, to your goals, to your values. So at this stage of the game, your tribe, being amongst people that are going to hold you to a higher standard, and that's going to elevate you, and that's going to make you grow. Because when you stop growing, you become stagnant. So at some point, you have to stop with the foolishness and realize what's important to you and not what other people want you to believe or want you to think, because life is an industry. People want to sell you something. They want to sell you your dreams, and then you lose what is important. So you have to go within and find out what is important to you and make time to create and develop the things that are important to you.
Isn't that part of the challenge, though? Especially as you age, where either you feel like you get into this lonely spot, and some of that tribe is the legacy that you have carried with you, and changing and finding a new one is difficult. What do you say to the women who say, "Boy, you know, that's too much work"?
Well, I would say to the women, connect with your heart. Speak to your heart. Your heart tells you everything. And as women, and I know that I can speak to this, we tend to forget about our dreams. We put it in the back. We raise our children. We take care of our family, our husbands. But this aging gives us a second chance where, you know, our children are probably grown up. Our husbands are a little bit more self-reliant, or maybe you're single. See this as the reset button, the me button.
Mm-hmm.
Please connect with your heart. And a great way to connect with your heart is turn out the noise. Go for a walk in nature. A lot of people say, you know what, I can't go outside. It's too cold. It's too this. But you would be surprised if you dress appropriately, if you wear layers and you get out there and you're in nature, just somehow nature, you get out there, it's quiet, you see it, it's peaceful. You can hear your inner thoughts and your inner voice or whatever you like to do.
Mm-hmm.
Do something that can connect you with your inner thoughts, your inner wishes. Start listening to yourself. I think that is the most important thing. Start listening to yourself, and whatever comes up, don't brush it off. Don't think that it's too late. Just listen. Don't judge it. Don't push it away. Just start to listen. Listen to yourself because the answer is always within you.
All right, I like that. I want to keep that quote. Let's talk about a little about intimacy and sexuality for women as they age, and how that impacts one way or the other this gracefulness that we're talking about.
Wow. So I always go to the positive. I feel that a woman in her 50s and even in her 60s can have the best sex of her life because it's how you view it, right? Sexual energy is creative energy. And if you're physical and you're taking care of your body and your mind, you know, you still have that vitality, right? But sexual energy is misunderstood. I mean, we equate it only with intercourse, right? But there's only so many babies that you can make. Sexual energy is also tied in with your creative energy. So that's why it's so important to do something that you like, create. And creativity can mean baking, it can mean cooking, it can mean sewing, it can mean dancing, right? It can mean so many things because God put us on this earth. We all have unique talents. Create. It could be in the garden. Create. But don't shy away from intimacy or sexual energy because it keeps us looking young, looking glow. I mean, girls always chat and they always say, they know when you got it going on, right? But yeah, just because you're in your 50s, I think it's the best time because a woman is confident, she's secure, she knows what she wants, and she ain't afraid to ask for it.
Yeah. I want to talk a little bit about products because I know you're into natural products, skincare, and all kinds of things. So let's go into the products a little bit because I jumped on your website. Magnesium and a number of other things. How do these things fit into the aging gracefully process, Maxine? And why should our women think a little differently about what they use these days?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for bringing that up, Dawn. I really appreciate that. Basically, my motto is, and I'm sure a lot of you will agree with this, if you cannot eat it, don't put it on your skin because whatever you use gets absorbed into your skin right away. And if you think about our grandmothers, our first doctors, the keeper of wisdom, grandmothers, oh, what a gift. Granny used to give us cod liver oil, worm medicine after mango season. They were so in tune with nature. It was always natural. But to fast forward now, we've given up our health to practitioners and to doctors. And doctors and modern day medicine serves a purpose. But nobody knows your body like you. And when it comes to skincare, there's nothing wrong with olive oil. There's nothing wrong with coconut oil. All those products that are natural, they're organic. And if you can put that on a baby's skin, you can put it on your skin. And going back to natural, clean products will give you long-term effects because there's no chemicals. They're not testing on animals. By the way, Don, I'll share this with you. In Europe, in skincare products, the European Union bans over 1,300 products. In the US, this number amazes me. I think it's something like less than 20. So we have to become aware of what is in the products that we're using. And I'm not here to bash any products, but I would say the cleaner and greener, the better it is.
Yeah. But it's the same way like your consumption though. Like, these, I know for me, I go and I prefer to make natural juices. I'm not a soda drinker or anything like that. And also just even if it costs you $5 more, you're like, isn't that a better spend on you over time?
Absolutely. And I just wanted to touch back on magnesium and the reason why I'm in love with magnesium. Magnesium is the master mineral. And I remember as a child, my grandfather took me to the back and he dug up the sweet potato from the earth.
Yeah.
And things like sweet potato and plantain are filled with magnesium. But now because we've oversoiled, we don't get the nutrients from our food.
Yeah.
Without magnesium, when you take things like vitamin D, you don't get the full absorption. And as we age, the baby boomers and the Generation X, magnesium helps us solidify the calcium, the things that keep our bones strong. Because, when we break our bones when we're older, the harder it is to heal.
Yeah.
So magnesium in itself is not spectacular. It just brings everything together. It makes everything together works better. So find out what you're deficient in. Nobody knows your body like you, and just look for cleaner, more natural products.
Yeah. Maxine, I think this is a process everybody goes through in their own way. Let's maybe talk about, because I was saying to somebody the other day, when we're in our 20s, we feel invincible. We see 50 as old, and our concept of aging is so mysterious, to use that term. How would you describe, now that you're in this phase, to when you're back in the early days? Did you see it this way, or see it possibly coming out like this?
Absolutely not. I've been so pleasantly surprised. I feel 50 is the rebirth. All the foolishness, all the insecurities that you had, the lies that you've been told. Now you can process your own truth because you have experience, and now you're cultivating wisdom. And when you put the two together, it can make you unstoppable. It can make you run your own race. When you find out your own truth and you live by your own truth, it's a form of liberation that I hope everyone is experiencing as we age.
Yeah. Let's talk about the impact of where you are. The tropics versus, the wintry world of Canada. Does it make a difference where you are in terms of how this aging process and aging gracefully happens?
Well, Don, the sun, there's just something so nurturing, so magical about the sun. And by far, if I could be in Jamaica, I would be in Jamaica. There is just something about waking up in Jamaica and going hiking in the morning up in the hills and hearing the birds and having that breeze kiss your face, and you're walking and there's a mango hanging over your neighbor's fence, but it's on public property and you can pick it. You can connect with nature. You're walking in the tropics and you see your neighbor and you look in their eye and you say good morning. I feel like the tropics automatically has a sense of community.
Mm-hmm.
There's a sense of community and connection that is lacking in North America.
Yeah.
There's no place like home. I came to Jamaica. I came to Canada when I was 7. And because I spent my formative years in Jamaica, I've always represented my country. When I ran my restaurant, you know, I created a vibe. I had Jamaican hospitality. Jamaica is on my wall. My vision is to go back to Jamaica and do yoga. I mean, imagine teaching the children in Trenchtown yoga, how to deal with their emotions, how to get rid of anger, how to go within. I just see yoga as such a powerful tool to empower our youths.
Yeah. And older people too.
And older people too. Yeah.
Right? As part of that flexibility and just part of that connection with you, I think is important as we go through this aging process. A few more questions because the time is clicking. Is there a material difference in the aging process between men and women? And what is it that we don't understand about those differences between the sexes?
Okay, well, this is my belief. They say generally men age better than women, but nowadays I'm seeing a difference because women are coming into their own. They're realizing that they are the ones that are the creators of life, that we're the strong ones, that women, when women step into their own, they're unstoppable. And I'm seeing more and more women do that. And as we start to take care of ourselves, as we start to embrace our femininity, because I don't know about other women, but when I was younger and when I was running my restaurant, I was using my masculine energy. But when you step into your feminine energy and the power of that, you don't have to use your masculine energy. The feminine energy is divine, it's powerful, it's graceful, it's elegance.
Mm-hmm.
And as we tap into our feminine energy and we embrace other feminine women, I mean, when women come together and we collaborate and we uplift, oh my gentle Jesus, it is so beautiful. It is so magical. It is so nourishing. It is so supportive. So I will say this, women need women to thrive and to grow. One of the things that men are really good at is men have their tribe, whether they go and play dominoes, whether they go to the barber shop. I would, if more women are not doing this, I would encourage them to do that. Find a few girlfriends that resonate with you, that uplift you, that hold you accountable. Because when a woman empowers another woman, the ripple effects of that are just ongoing.
Yeah. All right. Last one. Not everybody's where you are at. Not all women are conscious and aging as gracefully as you are. What's your key message to those women?
Start today. Wherever you are, start today. It's not a comparison. I wasn't like this 3 years ago. I lost everything. I had to start over. I lost everything. And 3 years ago, I was a hot mess. But what you're seeing is consistency. Consistency is the key. Run your own race. Start today, whether it's walking, whether it's waking up every day and giving gratitude, whether you need to forgive someone. Start today. Start with something that is measurable and something that you can continue and build on. And in no time, you'll look back and you'll say, wow, good job.
Yeah.
Just start.
There you go, folks. Just start. As we celebrate Women's Month, International Women's Day, a few days ago, Maxine, totally appreciate the time. We've taken a lot of gems from this. Continue doing your thing, folks. Check her out on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Follow us or follow her and learn how to age gracefully. Thanks for joining us on A Time to Reason here on Gwaan. Take care of yourself.
Don, can I just say one thing before I go?
Sure.
I just want to honor you for the work that you do for Jamaica, the work that you do with Jamaicans abroad. I appreciate you. I value you. And you are a Jamaican gem.
I appreciate that. Thanks. All right, Maxie, take care of yourself here.
Bye-bye.
Listen, this has been a great discussion. David, thanks for taking the time. All right.
Wow.
That was a very, very, very good reason.
Trust me. Done.
Yeah, man. She dropped some proper gems. Another conversation.
You get yours?
Yes, man. Wally, get mine plus tax. Yeah, that was a good reason.
That was great. And I think maybe the biggest thing I took away from it, and it's not just for women, but quite frankly for everybody, it's pause and connect with you.
Yeah.
That was my big takeaway. Pause and connect with you.
Yeah. My big one though is that having that tribe. I'm a big believer in tribe, and not just anybody, but having that core set of women who them have your back. Like you can count on these people. I'm a big believer in tribe, because when you're going through some things, when your tribe stand up with you, nothing to beat that.
Yeah. And you had a few people who gave shout outs. So of course we have to big them up. Thanks, Anne.
Big them up. Oh, yeah, thanks, Anne.
Prudence.
Yeah. And Prudence. Hey, Prudence.
Michael,
hey, Michael.
Right. And of course, guess what?
My son, thanks, Molly. Thanks, Anna.
So not only do you get a few gems, you got happy birthday as well. So great reason, and
I know, right? So if nobody else knows nothing, my day set.
Yeah, man, you get your piece of it. So this was awesome. I'm gonna pull out. I'm gonna leave you for the rest of it, right? And we'll be back again next week as we celebrate more women, right?
Right. Nice.
All right, take it easy.
Yeah, man, you did Donovan, cool. All right. Again, that was Time to Reason. And I hope you folks were fully listening and tuning in, especially us women folk and the amount of pressure we put on ourselves. Yes, and Shaw, thank you. Shout out to Maxine, great mentor and chef. We have to embrace, Maxine again, embrace and redefine our body. So true. We put so much pressure on ourselves. So that was a good reason. So I hope you were listening and taking notes, and just all know that it starts with us, right? So that was a very good reason. Thank you, Maxine. And I'll definitely be checking out your website to see what's going on there too. I'm not seeing any comment of the day about the word, the patois word bringle. So bringle it's an emotion. So you're upset, you're mad. in Jamaica, it you know, we double up. So you're proper mad or you're mad. So when you're like super mad, so when somebody say me bringle, you know that's the point. You don't even bother to argue with them because you know that person, the level of madness is all the way up there. But again, remember, folks, we want you to engage with us. Always drop the meaning of the patois word in the comments, right? We want to make the thing lively. So for next week's show, we'll be talking to, again, women. It's Women's History Month for March and my birth month also. And we're looking at our woman, the female entrepreneur's journey. And we will have Veronica Olajeri with us to speak to the different challenges our women face as they take on the entrepreneur's dream. We will be looking at the wins, the challenges, the tools, and other facilities in place as Black women here in Canada take on the journey as entrepreneur. So remember to join us. Bring a friend to come and sit in and watch with you, listen with you. You can share all, share it and let people come in and join the thing. You can also share your message on Gwaan National while we share our stories and experiences. So advertise with us as we grow. Contact us via watagwan.ca or any of our social media handles. And those are LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So check us out, just connect with us, and you can send us an email if you want to share your message also at watagwancnd@gmail.com. So that's WHATAGWAANCND@gmail.com. Just another reminder to follow us. I just said it. So follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, or check out the website for more news on what is going on and Gwaan. This brings to an end another episode of Gwaan National. Remember to join us next week. And as always, it is fun. And it is your girl from Bunga Town saying, walk good.